Hello everyone, welcome on back to Survival Challenge. So, we have the corn harvest to do before we get to work in the big grass field. The newest addition to the farm. At least the land is. Won't permanently be a grass field, of course, but at least for the time being. I'd like to get that windrow today. That is the goal, at least get a windrow. May not get bailed, but we have time. Although in the next video we have 2 big harvests to do, so we might have to try and get it at least bailed up maybe, or partially bailed up. Because both the soybeans and the oats are ready in the same month. Our 2 big fields. You can see. Should both be ready. And wool will probably be sold today. Or about max price, so hate to risk it and then have it go down. Pretty sure it did that in the past, so. Pretty sure I mentioned I was curious why like the bushes didn't mow down. There's a mod that allows that. I now have that active, so in the future we won't have that issue. I cut down some of the small trees, not all of them. Oh, gotta drive a little straighter there, eh? Well, we can look at it a little bit later once we get to windrowing. It's mainly just small ones, the big ones are still standing. Well, I can at least explain my idea a little bit better once we're over there a little bit later. We have, 2 trees here to cut down on this field. Then we can sell our logs. I think it's that big one there and that small one, I think. Really only in those 2 spots where it's really bad when spraying. And actually, I was gonna say, somebody suggested cutting some of the trees down and replacing them with either more maple syrup. Otherwise, I found a mod for, I think, apple trees, I think it was. That was an option. I think that would, it doesn't, like, spawn pallets. I think it just gets you, like, $50 every month, I think it was, or something. We could potentially cut some down and add that in. I don't think we're in desperate need of money necessarily. I also saw something about a mod for baling up the grass. Did look at it, of course. I added it in. My only worry is $60,000. It's a baler. It wraps it and everything, and I believe you don't have to like stop for like a round bale or anything. I don't know if we can afford that by then. If I have added it in, we can definitely maybe take a look in the future, or in a different series perhaps too. We're almost done with this field, actually. This field usually, it doesn't take the super long amount of time, but it's better than it sitting here doing nothing. Oh. Whoops. Let's put it up here. Well, I am going to go ahead and do a time lapse, finishing this field out. Then we can probably, honestly, we probably could replant these. I think the pH is pretty good. I think we've did that recently on these fields. I'll talk to everyone once that is done. I don't do much first-person harvesting, so mainly because the headers can be quite big, and it can be tough to see. Well, that exact case right there. Oh, wrong button. Where the end of the header is at. I think I did a little bit the one time, and I missed like one straight line. Right on the one end. I thought I was doing great too. Do we already have corn in here? Yes, we do. Okay. Now we'll need this tractor for two reasons. We'll also need it for planting. The planting shouldn't really take much time at all. Let's look here. I'm pretty sure the biggest problem usually have been these two. I think we'll cut this small one. Go. Lumberjack can be kind of picky on the spot you pick. But. And then the bigger one. Now, just this one big tree should get us a good amount of money from it. Oh. Even if we cut a lot of these trees down, that would take a while. We'd probably get, what, 2 of the big trees on one load? Which isn't, like, horrible, but Would take a long time with all the ones that we do have. Should be everything there. Should let us spray there with no problem in the future. Let's head down to the store. We'll get these sold off. And see how much money it is. I don't think it'll be a ton, because really it's one big tree and then a bunch of small, you know, trees like that small in there, basically all on the bottom. Right, here's the store. Also the selling point. Also basically everything. Basically everything is right there. What, just over 9 grand? Call that pretty good. Sure, most of that came from the big one though. We still have some bigger ones that we could cut down from the new plot. Like I've said before, I'm not sure how much will get cut. So I am planning on expanding on animals and hopefully maybe some productions. Maybe. We'll see. We can probably start down here and just work our way around. I'm sure this will take a while to do. To windrow it all up. Well, that's kind of expected. It's a pretty large area. But in theory, it should take a little bit less time baling, because it should be more grass in a swath than last time. We also didn't mow as much last time, so that was quite a while ago now. Ooh, of course there's straw out here too. Guys, it just gets converted into grass. Works for me. Yes, the plan was to probably keep the field size about similar to where the grass is cut. We own quite a bit more on this direction up here, because we own the entire middle plot of that grass there. But I was hoping to either expand the chickens and the cows. We'll probably expand the cows at some point, no matter what. We could probably get some slurry or something from them, but... Or I've also thought about trying to expand the sheep and then trying to get like the fabric production, perhaps. I'm not sure about... I believe there's a clothes one as well that uses fabric. Not sure about that, but... Since the chickens have been so huge for us, we could potentially upgrade it to 500 from 360. Now, unfortunately, with the sheep, a lot of the pens aren't super huge. Like most are around 80. But we could potentially put one of those over here and just keep the one over there. Right? Yeah. Over there. Yeah. Somewhere over in that direction. I guess we can take a look-see. Sheep. So we have this one. That's 30. That's 80. This one's 300. I guess there is a 300 one. There's a 400 one. Okay, so there are some pretty big ones. 450. I think if we decide to go into that route, we would be looking pretty big. I would still probably go after like this one. I think we can fit it in here probably. Think. Cows, we're at this one. We'd probably go to, I think it was one for 80. Either like this one or this one. Chickens. It was this one that we'd go for. Can hardly see it, but and then obviously productions if we went heavy into wool. I think the price increase from wool to fabric is pretty decent. I think it might be a little bit better than the dairy stuff. I'm sure you make a little bit, but it may not be, you know, lucrative, perhaps. But I think the main reason the cows would go bigger is just for the possibility of slurry or manure in the future. We'd save a little bit of money on the greenhouse then. And fertilizer. We could just put slurry down. Chickens is just because they're always probably a top animal. Money wise, I think we have about 25-30 grand in eggs right now. Yeah. We didn't sell that too long ago, too shortly. So if we add more, we could probably hit closer to 40 by now. 40 grand. Which will also be huge for us. Kind of the things I'm leaning towards, I guess. Multiple options. I don't think everything will get done. That's my only worry. I think the chickens wouldn't be too hard to do. I think they're only 20 grand on the new pen. Fairly large pen. But maybe that's something where, you know, you will move the cows and then we can put down the new chicken pen maybe in place of where the current cow barn is, or more of a cow pen. Sheep, I think if I got the 300 one, I'd probably then not keep the small one. I would just do a bunch of fabric then. But I'm pretty sure that those productions cost a decent amount. So the spinnery is 60,000. And I think it was 100. Or yeah, the tailor shop. So that'll be 160 in productions. Plus, was it 100 grand in sheep barn? $250,000. That's if we would do clothes, of course. It'll probably be one of the most likely productions we'd get to, just because, like a flour mill, a lot of stuff requires flour. We'd have to get a flour mill. And, what is it out flour, barley flour, and I think wheat? Then we can put that into a different thing, but that's 100 grand there. And we really don't want to take too much barley from us, because a lot of that goes to chickens. I know, I've been taking a look around at productions and stuff that we could potentially do. Not everything will get done. Let's see if there's some cool ideas. Well, I will go ahead and I'll time-lapse the windrowing. We'll see how far we get. I would think we get pretty far. It really isn't taking too long. So I'll talk to everyone once that is done. Alright, so we're on probably just about the last strip, at least the main strip through the middle. Of course, it's just a little bit too much. That's how it is. Yeah, I don't know what's going on with this stump down here. It wouldn't cut. Wouldn't pick it up either. I couldn't pick it up. It's not like it's a piece of wood. But it also didn't affect the windrower when I drove over it. So, I don't know. Maybe it'll just go away once it gets plowed up. We probably got, what, now 2 to 3 on this side. There are a good amount of strips to be baled. I'm not sure if it'll be next episode they'll get baled. Because we do have the 2 big harvests to do. And one of them is soybeans, and that price is high come June. That kind of needs to be done as early as I can. That way we can get those sold off come June. And the other big field is oats, which wouldn't be a huge rush. Those would be late this year, I think December, January. On those. But we also got some fields to plant, so. Oh yeah, so we own. We can try to get an idea. Like through here. This is about on the border. We might own a little bit more, a little bit less, but see, we didn't, cut everything. We do have plenty of room to grow in the animals and productions and stuff. There was actually, I looked, it was like a pancake production. So I looked through, I looked through all of them, but we could actually use some maple syrup on that. That would be something different. I don't know if we'd make quite as much as we do on the high price, high demand maple syrup necessarily. And tough to beat those prices. Oh, we got quite a bit of wool. We got this sitting outside as well as the wool on side of the building. Don't know if it'd be a full trailer, but it'll probably be pretty close. That interior is completely full. This will be a nice way to end. To be a nice 30,000. Which would put us at where we could potentially buy that other baler I brought up earlier. But at the same time, there's other things we could buy with 30 grand. Or 60 grand it is, yeah. We do still have that other plow. How did I get stuck here? I got stuck in the trailer. Well, there we have that. Oh, the wool is loaded up. Not quite a full trailer, but pretty close. We'll take it down to the store. We'll sell it. I think it's probably still going up a little bit, actually, in the price. Not sure if it'll be a huge jump still, though. This hot air balloon. I'm pretty sure I said something about it in Court Farms. I was like, have I seen that before? I don't remember. The answer is I clearly probably have. I just didn't really notice it. Doesn't look like it's too far out either. Must be getting a tour of no man's land. All they see is my farm, and that's about it. And the store. Ooh, that sells fast. That sold fast. Ooh, so about 34,000. Yeah, just over. I consider that pretty successful. That's about, what, a year's worth of wool. Oh, I did add, I forgot to mention, there was a game info display. It really, I mainly only added it to show what year we were in. This would be year 6. It's the only really reason. I think you can have it show temperature as well. But I just really liked seeing what year it was, I guess. So yeah, that is about everything for today. Hope you enjoyed. Hope to see you in the next video. Bye.